What's that? Breaking news? No, it's just the Paper Boys rambling. Let's see what's happening in this episode.
Hey, we're on the air, and welcome to the Paper Boys. That's Boyz. Got another episode for you to tune into, and it's kind of a hodgepodge of weeks and topics today. Today kicks off this weekend kicks off the Masters. Mm-hmm. That's the one name event that everybody knows what you're talking about, or you should know anyway. And that's the most beautiful course in the world, in my opinion, I think.
Augusta, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's really nice. I'm not an avid watcher of the Masters, but for some reason I always find it on TV and do end up watching an hour or two of it here and there. And
television has done a great job covering golf now.
Oh, yeah.
It's fun to watch.
And the thing about golf is I know some people think it's boring, but with how television follows it, you're always watching somebody hitting the ball.
Right.
I mean, there's never like staring at nothingness, like a guy walking down the thing.
And they make shots that we can only dream about. Except for you, Greg. You're the avid golfer.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. You have 2 hole-in-ones or one?
One.
You do? Really?
Yeah.
You are the master.
Well, again, it's luck.
You got it after you started working here, right?
No.
Oh.
No, this is back in, I think, 2007 or 2000.
And who witnessed this with you?
It was a group of guys that I was working with back at that day, that time at Lawrence and Schiller, and teed off. Didn't really think there were some guys foursome in front of us, saw it go in, and they started. I'm just like, it was great. Cool. It was fun. It was, it was in Sioux Falls, and just one of those things you always think you're gonna do it. And
do you still have the ball?
Yes, I got a little plaque thing with the cards in it and the tee, and it's a Tiger Woods ball and stuff. So
wow, so you're driving there, man.
Yeah, I'm just a couple behind.
Driving pretty straight when you use the Tiger Woods
sure
tee.
It runs off the road and tips over.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, we wrapped up Easter last weekend, right? I think we all talked about that.
Yeah.
I mentioned that one of our little family traditions for Easter, which now may be on the shelf forever, is flying kites. And not to mention any retail outlets, but I bought a couple of last-minute kites on Saturday before Easter at, I might tell you, $15 a pop.
Oh, geez.
And they flew like that yellow plane out at the airport.
Oh, really?
They weren't very good. And they came without no tail.
Oh.
And I read the instructions over and over and over, and there was no little eyelet or whatever you call it to tie the rags onto or the whatever.
Yeah.
And every time it fly, boom, boom. So
your granddaughters fly them, right?
Tried to. Yeah, it was a failure on Grandpa's part for not buying kites that worked.
I'm sure they had a good time anyways.
Okay, maybe. Then, of course, we wrapped up basketball last week, and I was one game away from winning the dessert pizza pool, but I had to actually fork over some money and help pay for that, and got to eat most of it. Now, right now, as we're sitting here slaving away in front of the microphones, actually, are we behind the microphones?
No, we're being in front of them.
Okay, we are?
I would say in front.
No, the microphone's right in front of you.
Yeah, I would say behind.
Yeah.
But they're
Yep, one of those donuts.
Should we have a vote, Greg?
Are we uptown or downtown?
Just depends on the size. You got to be a big city or big town to be having uptown.
Small towns like this, you're on Main Street.
No, you're downtown.
Oh, you're downtown?
Yeah, you're downtown. Oh. But if you have a high flute and snooty bunch like they do in Minneapolis,
then you're going
downtown.
Uptown.
You got to go to uptown.
Uptown.
Anyway, basketball's over with, and we are sitting right here now today on this kind of cloudy, gloomy, not
cold.
So warm day. Yeah. We all decided to have office ice cream. I have
ice cream, yeah.
What do I have? A Butterfingers Cyclone?
Yeah, you have a Butterfinger Cyclone.
From JJ's, I might add. So Mr. JJ, if you're ever listening, we could use free ice cream on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
What do you have? What kind?
I have a butterscotch shake.
Oh, yeah, okay. So we're there ordering. We have a list of how many? 7 things?
Yeah.
Wyatt says, is there a difference between a shake and a malt?
Oh, yeah, there is.
Who doesn't know that?
Okay, but when I ask that, though, right?
Yeah.
I've had both. I don't taste the difference.
Well, how do you know you had both then?
Because I've said, can I get a shake? Or then other place I said, oh, can I have a malt?
And?
They taste no different.
They do too.
Yeah. Well, the malt, they just add
The malt powder.
the powder, yeah.
Haven't you ever seen a malt tree?
And what did the lady behind the counter say?
It tastes a little bit
Malt could be
sweeter.
slightly
and
sweeter.
And a nice little malty taste.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, boy, you don't get that much. Okay. And if you don't hear Greg much talking because he's slopping down this ice. What are you having, Greg, by the way?
I am having an Oreo Cyclone, which at JJ's they all know I like. I go there, hey, Greg, it's like Norm.
Norm, huh?
Greg, yeah. I guess
Cyclone.
that
You
kinda
go
tells
there
you
a lot, Greg?
enough. Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
What do you normally, other than a cyclone, what do you have to
Oh,
eat?
I love their grilled chicken and cheese.
Really?
Oh, their chicken, it's always hanging out the bun because it's huge. And it's always well done.
Grilled chicken and cheese.
Yep, grilled chicken and cheese with lettuce and tomatoes, onions. I recommend.
Okay, well, I'll write that down. Never. So anyway, favorite ice cream then? Okay, not counting the cyclone you have in front of you.
Shake.
Oh, sorry. Is it a malt or a shake?
Shake. Yeah. Favorite ice cream, like all time?
Well, no, just tomorrow. Of course, all time. What do you think? What favorite's going to be?
I would say this. I almost always get a butterscotch shake if it's available wherever I go.
Wow.
I mean, it's always.
So you've never had a butterscotch malt then?
Sure, or malt.
No, you don't know.
Okay. But I don't know. I'm not the biggest. I like it to be drinkable. I'm not the biggest
No.
cyclone or whatever
You don't
person.
want
Yeah.
to chew it.
Yeah.
So you're looking down on us cyclone people?
Yeah, a little
I think
bit.
so, yeah.
I get to drink mine. You guys have to eat.
Wow. It's such a bad thing.
Greg, what's your favorite?
I would probably say for something that's really got a lot, probably like the Rocky Road or something like that. And then if I'm just, gonna chill back, it probably either the cookies and cream or something like that, or marshmallow. Just a little
Those
bit.
all sound
added.
like little kids' ice cream. Cookie
Yeah.
and cream, marshmallow.
Yeah. Well.
Well, okay. Marshmallow though, just like regular ice cream with marshmallow in it.
Yeah. And they have at JJ's too. You can get malt or shake, and you can get marshmallow put in it, and it just kind of makes it a little thicker, makes it a little sweeter. It's really
So-
pretty good.
Do you eat just mini marshmallows?
Have you ever
Okay.
have you ever had Peeps?
Who?
I
Peeps?
don't like Peeps. No,
You know what Peeps are?
No.
It's like little marshmallow things at
The
Easter
bunnies.
time.
The bunnies.
We had a Dr. Pepper one last week at Easter, and that was gross. But, yeah.
Well, they're gross to begin with, so I don't know.
I think Peeps are gross. What's your favorite ice cream, Rick?
My favorite ice cream, first of all, you got to have it at Rock County Fair.
Oh,
You got to go to
yes.
the dairy ice cream booth, and it's praline, pecan praline. Oh, good Lord.
Well,
Yeah.
well, anything at that dairy barn is what it's called.
No, well, yeah, it's by the Dairy
Yeah,
Association.
any of the ice cream there is always so good.
What's your favorite fair food?
favorite fair food? There's something about like cheese balls that are really good
yeah,
at the fair.
yeah.
There's the little donuts.
Yeah, you
I
like
the
those little donuts?
I do.
I'm like
unless they're full of grease.
I'm like a 1 or 2 donuts of those mini donuts is
Well,
good,
yeah.
but there's people that like that $30
No,
bucket of those mini donuts. I don't know how people do that.
but the
I mean,
cheese curds
yeah.
too are good. Yeah.
The cheese curds.
I pronto pup probably.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with what? Mustard, of course. All right, so
You don't do a mixture, ketchup and mustard?
no,
you hate.
Don't ruin any good mustard. Now, other hot topics around the office this week. For some reason, when the gals up front and I got talking about pillows,
Oh,
Really?
and so as I say the word pillows, I get sidetracked to pet peeves.
Okay.
So I'm going to throw out my pet peeve right now, and then we'll get back to pillows.
Okay.
Okay.
But my pet peeve of the week is pillows. Them stupid decorative pillows that when I make the bed every morning, or if I do, last one out of bed makes the bed at our house. So that's not often for me, but sometimes. We have, and then we go to bed at night. First thing you got to do is throw that decorative pillow on the floor because you can't sleep on it. Oh, you can't wait to sleep on it. That's the decoration where it looks. Whoever sees the pillows in the bedroom, it's waste.
It's like the pillows on the couches sometimes.
You just stick them in the corner, and, or you got to
make a fort out of them.
Yeah, sometimes. I've never had to do that. But anyway, so we'll get back to your pet peeves in a while, but my pet peeve is going to be decorative pillows.
Decorative pillows.
Yeah, but so I, not counting the decorative pillow, I use 3 pillows. And the girls up front thought that was crazy. How do you sleep at night? Doesn't your neck
You got
hurt?
one head.
Huh?
You got one head.
Well, you stick it way up on top there, though, you know.
So you need 3 pillows, but you...
I'm a side sleeper.
Unknown caller.
There goes Greg's phone. Is he calling in today?
No, it's potential spam.
Oh, well, they probably selling pillows.
That's his new girlfriend, potential spam.
Okay, so I have 3 pillows. That's a scam call. You'd answered that one.
That's a
anyway.
good one. Not the potential X, it's potential spam.
Okay. Well, anyway, 3 pillows for me. One very plump, stealth or whatever, hard one, I guess it was. One's kind of a feather pillow thing, and one is just kind of in the way there. But
No, in the way there?
well, sometimes you got to get rid
Then
of
go
it.
to 2.
Well, I don't. I have to have it so propped
Just
up
in
so I can
case.
see TV.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but to see the TV, but then when you're done watching TV, do you get rid of one of the pillows?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
It just...
sometimes you got
Flounders.
you got to adjust the level of pillows during the night sometimes. So
You have to sleep with like one between your knees or all? I know some people like that too. And
No,
I've heard-
I'm a 1 pillow. I used to be a 2 pillow person, but I got a pillow that's really, really thick. So now I'm just 1 pillow.
so just throw the other pillow away.
Yeah.
is it firm or is it soft? Some
Soft.
people like
soft.
firmer.
I don't like the firm ones.
No.
I went to a hotel in Virginia,
Yeah,
and I've been chasing that pillow ever since.
really.
Yeah, they had like the best pillows ever, and like
Was it
I
a
tried like
MyPillow?
googling what like pillows that hotel had, and so I could buy it, but they were like $80 a pillow. I wasn't gonna do that, so I found just something soft off
Should have
Amazon.
just taken it home.
Yeah, I was going to say, go get a room and take the pillow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They'll charge
that would
you.
have been that'd been pretty cool.
Craig, your pillow? Craig.
My, I have probably I'd say 2 pillows. My regular pillow, and then body pillow, which is longer than a regular pillow, even though I'm short. I sometimes throw that on the side, but
So you have somebody to cuddle up to? Or what?
yes. When I'm just laying there by myself, just yeah.
Pillow. Okay, well, we won't
No.
go down any road that far.
And my dog,
Yeah.
she's got to have a pillow.
Really?
Yep.
Wyatt, you celebrated your birthday last week?
Oh, this
Or this week, Monday?
this week Monday. Yeah.
It's still officially then Wyatt birthday week at the office.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why we bought the ice cream.
Yep, ice cream today. Even though they weren't for my birthday, we had cupcakes on Monday, my birthday.
And you got to share nothing but bundt cake or whatever that was.
Yeah, nothing but bundt cake. I mean, just people like me. It's that kind of thing.
Well, let's not get carried away. the bundt cake we shared with someone today, we did like had a
Yo,
birthday.
yeah. Nikki had a birthday, so
I just wanted to mention that my brother, younger brother, who's lives in Albuquerque and listens to us, his birthday is Saturday, May 11th.
well, happy birthday.
Happy
Or not May
birthday.
11th, April 11th, sorry. Remember what month we're in. So this brings me back to pet peeves. Mm-hmm. And you already know mine. Mm-hmm. I won't bring up the crazy coffee orders in front of me in line. That's my pet peeve, but the pills are the...
Well, I had something similar to your
Okay.
crazy coffee orders. I was going to say, when you're in a drive-through for any fast food, notice that there's the word fast in front of there. You should not be allowed to go through the drive-through if you're like ordering for like a family, or like you should have to go inside and order there because when I picture the drive-through, it's for people who know what they want and they can get in and get out quick so they don't have to get out of their car. If you don't know what you want and you got, no offense to anybody with kids, I don't have any, so I can be judgmental. But if you have a whole bunch of kids and they don't know what they want to eat, or a whole bunch of people in the car who don't know what they want to eat, you should go inside. You shouldn't sit out there and like look at everything on the menu outside and that. I mean, this is supposed to be the fast route. You should know what
you want going in.
You should know what you want going in, and if you don't, you should go inside the store.
Yep.
Jeez, you're anti-American.
Anti-American, yeah.
I don't know why we associate with it.
Pro-American, pro-kids, not pro holding up my line.
I always thought drive-up were for lazy people.
Really?
Yeah. Get out of your car, go in and order like you're supposed to.
Well, that's the people who call ahead for like their subs and stuff.
I know, that's another thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some people just are too important and too busy.
How do you order a sub from the drive-up window? I mean, you got to be able to look at through the glass sneeze shield or whatever it is that all the fixings are in.
Yeah, I just go in.
Yeah.
But there's some people at this table who call theirs in.
Okay, no. There's a difference between calling in and using the app for points.
I call it app. Okay.
So do you get your food?
But you do it at McDonald's too.
Do you pick it up at the drive-up then, or did you go to the inside?
At Subway, I go inside the Subway.
No, but how about your McDonald's app?
Curbside. Curbside. You go park
So
one of the
you go
spots.
There's people like you who they got to walk it out to the curbside because they're too important. Then they should be making ours, but
They shouldn't offer it then.
Here's another, and I'm not going to mention anybody's name. I know of someone who ordered a large order of fries from McDonald's and had it Uber delivered.
Really? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yep.
well,
Well, it's taking advantage of modern days luxuries, I guess. So
yeah, you pay for it. That's for sure.
I don't know how that works. How much does Uber add
I think
on?
there's like a flat delivery fee, and then all the items are actually. When I ordered when I was up in Moorhead, it would be you would order. There's a flat delivery fee, a flat like rate per like item, I believe, and then it's like all the items are more expensive. So like McDonald's was doing like the all drinks are $1.
Yeah.
Well, if you ordered through the Uber app, they were like $1.30 or something.
Oh.
So like they add on their own
Plus gratuity, right?
price and gratuity. You're supposed to tip. So and if you order, I think the less you order, you should. I think for that service,
Right.
it's not like I only ordered $3 worth of stuff, so I'm gonna tip $1.
Right.
I think if you're expecting somebody to drive somewhere and then bring it to you,
Well, it's not your fault.
it is your fault. But you should probably have to tip pretty generously, I guess. I don't know. We don't have really Uber that much here.
I think it's kind of just a foregone conclusion that pizza delivery to your house was the norm. I mean, you weren't considered lazy. It was just like you had a bunch of family people at the house, and let's order pizza so we don't have to be taken away from the TV or whatever you happen to be watching.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so Greg, did we ever get to your pet peeve?
No. And this week I think I don't really have a pet. I'm mad at a lot of stuff, but nothing like a pet peeve, I guess.
What are you mad at?
It's just probably weather in general, or just whatever.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's pet peeves are. I'm sure I've got more. I just can't think of any right now.
Yeah, the weather lately sucks.
Yeah,
It's awful.
yeah. When you go to a track meet and you have to bundle up, and boy,
Yeah, 2 weeks ago when all the sports were inside, we had that 80-degree day, but now that they're all outside, it's, 35 right now or 40?
That could be a pet peeve,
windy, cold. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
but
anyway, gas prices have seemed to be skyrocketed, and then the next day they come down a little bit. But
they're $3.86 now.
Yeah,
I think I saw.
$3.89, I think I saw.
Or $89, yeah. I've got to fill up.
earlier in the week.
Yeah, like I was telling you earlier, I filled up my tank basically on empty at the perfect time because I think it was like 360 something. It went down to 348. I filled up my tank, and then the next day it was 389.
Yeah.
So
Well, I just put my car neutral down hills, and I save on gas.
Well,
I love playing with my new car because there's a tab on the home screen
Oh, yeah.
that has like how fuel efficient you're being.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so sometimes I'll go there and like you'll see like the green line when like I stop pressing on the gas.
Oh, yeah.
It will like, oh, you're being super fuel efficient, you know. So
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is great. I just
And
won't
then
ever
do you
press my gas anymore.
just drop it to the floor and
Yeah.
watch it?
Yep.
Yep.
You
Yep.
gun
That's
it-
always fun.
Gun it up a hill.
You got that deal where your insurance company follows you around to
Yeah.
see how good of a driver you are or
Yeah.
not. Well, how's that working?
5 out of 5 stars. I went up.
5 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, I'm a
Really?
great driver. I was.
How'd you do that?
I don't know. I'm just a great driver.
So you're going to get a rebate on your insurance then?
No, so so they rebate
Rebate.
or not rebate, but they discount you. So like my insurance was going to be X amount of dollar, you know.
Yeah.
And then when I signed up for this, they took $100 off.
Really?
Every
That much?
6 months?
Yeah, every 6 months. You know,
Okay.
so they took $100 off, and then they said if you want to keep this deal
Right.
going forward, you have to be a good driver.
Yeah.
You know, so when my term or my 6 months is up,
Yeah.
they'll see if I qualify for it still, and I 5 out of 5 stars, so I better. You know, and
Well,
5 out of 5 stars.
I
I googled it. And
I
said
would-
most
I
people are
would-
4 out of 5, so guess I'm not most people.
no,
Yeah,
you're
but you
not.
drive from your apartment 4 blocks away to the office. How much trouble could you get in?
Nah, true. You need like X amount of hours of drive time for it to be valid though.
So you what? You go out, sit in the driveway, and rev up the motor for 5 hours, or what?
Oh, I'm such a good driver.
Well, they probably do it for people who are like big cities and stuff.
Oh,
who,
yeah.
who like
Stop and go.
might not drive their car for the night. They might take public transport or something like that, and you don't drive.
I
your
think in
car.
Minneapolis, I would have just given them the $100 right away and just said, "This is ridiculous." The way they drive up there. Oh my gosh, fighting for lanes and
So, speaking about driving, and you, long time ago memories, do you remember your behind the wheel driver's test to get your license?
A little bit.
Did you pass?
Oh yeah, first time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And with first time, that's why you get that. How about you, Greg?
I believe it was probably my second time. I don't know.
Really?
I think I screwed up on something basic, and it was enough to, a little anxious or something. But
One of my driver's license test nightmares is I flunked my written test.
oh,
Really?
Permit. Yeah, back in my day, you had
Right.
to take a test when you're just starting to
Yep,
drive, so you
yep.
could drive with your
We did
parents or
too,
something like that. And had to go to we drove to Slayton. My mom, obviously taking me along, but with one of her best friends, and because her son was in my grade, and I'm an August 22nd kid, and he was like an August 10th kid, so our
Right.
birthdays are real close. Of course, Mr. Brainiac, he passes, and I didn't do so well. So I got to ride in the back seat all the way home like the dumb kid. And so I'll never, ever forget that.
Yeah.
And then comes time for the behind-the-wheel driver's test when you're 16, right?
Yep.
Took that in Worthington. And there was 2 driver's license instructors at the time. Jim Haiti from Heron Lake was one of them, and they went from Worthington to Wyndham to
Right.
and all that place.
Yep.
I forget what the grumpy guy's name was that I had. But so I take off, and I thought I aced it.
Right.
I thought, man, I'm going to have 100 out of 100 because
Yeah.
I did really well. And at that time, you had to have a 70 or above to pass.
Oh.
I had 71.
Well, when I took was
Oh,
that
my
your
gosh.
written? Right?
No,
Or
the 71 was the driver.
Oh, okay.
Behind the wheel one, yeah.
When I did my written one, I think it was 70% or whatever in your written. And so like obviously all of us like kids that were doing it like did the math, like it's out of 50 points. How many did you have to have right in order to get the 70%? So we already knew. So right away, when I'm looking at mine, the lady who's going through it, she writes a number on the top that was obviously failing out of 50, like very badly. Then I was like, so I was disgruntled, and I was like, can I just leave? Because I just wanted to leave.
Yeah.
I failed, and then she's like, no, wait, hold on, and I think it was like a 30 out of 50 or something.
Yeah.
It was like, and so that she wrote 30 on top of it, so I assumed I got 30 out of 50.
Oh.
And she's, I'm not happy, and she's getting mad at me because I'm like,
You've already called it.
Yeah, I already called it. and then she's like, "Oh, yep, you got 2 wrong. You passed." I'm like, well, I was like, "Well, you're at the 30 at the top for," and I think I was like the 30th student that month or something, or they keep track of how many people do it or something.
You're freaking out for no reason.
Do you get the sense he just made that up?
No,
I got 2 wrong.
I believe it. I sounds like a Wyatt thing. He'll fly off the handle for nothing, and then we'll tell him it's okay. And
All right. Well, hey, as we're bringing today's episode to close,
oh my gosh,
there are becoming more and more podcasts coming out of our podcast studio here down at the Star Herald, and this week was the inaugural podcast for Let's Be Blunt.
yep.
It was a collaboration between Coastless Cannabis Company as well as High Fidelity Cannabis Company. And as you can imagine, the podcast is about the cannabis industry
Yep.
in Minnesota, and also a learning opportunity because our staff here at Heather designed their logo for their podcast, Let's Be Blunt. Mm-hmm. And it's got a microphone, and then apparently, what I mistakenly called a joint.
Right.
And so they looked at it and they said, no, it's got to be in brown paper.
Oh, okay.
And
That's a blunt.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know there was a difference.
Blunts are bigger.
Yeah, no,
Apparently,
no.
yeah. Well, that's what he said, though.
No, he said blunts. It's the difference in wrapper they use.
Oh,
too.
I thought-
so. Like the brown wrapper, I think is like a tobacco base.
Oh,
And
like a leaf.
Yeah. So like then the white paper is just white paper. There's nothing extra to it. It's just
Well, it comes from the zigzag plant.
oh yeah.
All right, Wyatt, hey, as we wrap up today's episode, Wyatt, tell everybody that's not listening to us, what they want to listen to us, where
Yeah.
they can find us.
Well, if they're listening to us, you can find us either on Spotify, Apple at The Paper Boys, or on YouTube on Star Media, or we post this on Facebook every single week. All the links on our Star Media Facebook page as well.
All right, guys, we'll
Yeah.
visit again next week.
All right.